I repeat this, how to display rolling average dynamically. So with the help of the what if parameter, right, that plays an important role. That doesn't mean we don't have any other functions. That is the one helps us to dynamically change the duration, right? So next one is how to use opening and closing balance, how to perform this one. It's pretty simple. It made our life pretty simple. Okay, difference between opening balance, closing balance month, and opening balance, closing balance quarter. See, a month ends on, right? So February, sometimes the 28th of a month, the February month ends with 28th, sometimes 29th, and there are some months ends with 30th, and some months ends with 31st. Whereas a quarter ends in March, June, September. Oh, so here, how are the quarters in year group? Like this, right? So these are the functions: opening balance month, closing balance month. These are the DAX functions that are readily available to the to complete the opening balance and closing balance. Okay, for example, 31st January 2013, in my savings account, the balance was 3250. Okay, so this is when I started my account. Okay, so on that day, my balance was 250. And for this month, January month, what is the closing balance? Whatever the that month balance, right? That is what the closing balance, right? And the next line, if you see the 20th February, in my account, I have 345 rupees are there. And the opening balance for the February month is this one. Every month, every month opening balance is nothing but the previous month closing balance. You know very well, right? So accounts guys, bank guys, right? So every month's opening balance is nothing but the previous month closing balance. Sorry, I should have written it like this. This is my opening balance for the February month was the previous month, January month's closing balance, and the previous month. Yeah, this is how we should mention it here. And okay, so you know very well. This is the what is opening balance. The opening balance is nothing but the previous month's closing balance. What is closing balance? You know very well. For example, in this case, 345. That is what your closing balance for this month. Next month, you have 415. And for this month, the opening balance, previous month closing balance. And this is your current month balance, which is nothing but your closing balance for that month. This is how you compute it. And if you see the quarter, what will happen? For Jan, Feb, March, what is the closing balance? That is, that is the month. This is the opening balance for your first quarter, right? So April, it's nothing but April. Okay. The previous quarter's closing balance is nothing but your current quarter's opening balance. Previous year closing balance, your current year's opening balance. That's all, guys. We'll jump into the thing here. I just, you can take a look at this data set. We have something called personal account data set. Here you can see simply two columns, date and account balance. That's all. And I just dragged and dropped the date and account balance in from my table into this visual. This is my what visual is the table visual. And then I create an opening balance month, closing balance month, opening balance quarter, closing balance quarter. That's all, guys. If you go here, opening balance, this is a measure I created a month. If you click on it, you can see opening balance month. The first argument is my account balance column, right? This is the one. Second one is your date column. Obviously, whenever you use any time into the function, you need to use the date column. Okay, it's a date column. So what happens? The opening balance is computed automatically here. Okay, and similarly, you have something called closing balance. Account balance quarter, right? So for the quarter, open balance quarter is available. Similarly, you have something called closing balance. You should know how to use this function. That's all. If you don't have this function, what you would have done? You have to write lines and lines of code, right? Closing balance month. The first one is the column, right? The numeric column. Second one is your date column. That's all. This one will give you closing balance. So this one, 2019 October 1150. opening balance, there are no records or prior to that, hence this one remains as it is. Sorry, prior to that, there is something like 1105 is there, correct? And then this is the closing balance for this month. And for the now next month, the previous month closing balance is current month opening balance. Similarly, 1300, 150, yeah, here it is. Because 1500 opening balance for this quarter wise, it gives me 1105, 1105. And this is July 2019. Okay, July 2019 and 750. And then here the something like 1 second, I just thought it. Yeah, I think you need to sort it in the proper order. Okay, 2019, 1001. I think previously something was there, and 1300 opening balance for the previous month. This is the one, and the closing balance was 1500, and then opening balance for 1105. Okay, closing balance. Sorry. Here now after November, December, November is there. This is correct order. Yeah. Yeah, now only it is displaying correctly. Correct. Sorry. 250 comes here and 345, 415, 550, 700, right? So it is displaying correctly. So similarly, you can check it out here. You can use the opening balance month and closing balance month. With these functions, we can achieve this without doing heavy lifting. That is the whole idea of DAX functions. It simplifies our job, right? You don't write lines and lines of code, like how you write it in C language or C++ and Java. So this wraps up the opening balance, closing balance, how you can implement it in DAX.